Alright, so today the Vancouver Canucks have announced that they have signed Quinn Hughes and Elias Pettersson. The Quinn Hughes deal is a 6-year one worth $7.85 million per year, and the Elias Pettersson one is a 3-year deal worth $7.35 million per year. And although I don't mind these deals for the Vancouver Canucks, I personally would have liked to seen the Hughes one be 1 or 2 years longer, either be 7 years or the maximum 8 years at $7.85 million maybe. And for the Elias Pettersson one, I would have liked to seen the average annual value brought down maybe a little bit, maybe to like $6.5 million on a 3-year deal. And yes, I know Pettersson's been a really good player for the Canucks. He's been pretty much a point-a-game guy. When he's been in the lineup, he has struggled with injury issues his first few years in the league. But like I said, point-a-game guy when he's in the lineup. So for Vancouver, obviously you're going to have to pay up a guy who is probably already a superstar. He's definitely going to be one, but he probably already is one. But it's really interesting to see what Pettersson would be worth on a long-term deal after his bridge deal is up. I'm assuming he will sign long-term in Vancouver, or at least that's the expectation anyways. Pettersson, maybe he gets like, I don't know, at least $10 million average annual value on his next contract if he signs like 7 or 8 years. But, you know, if you're a Vancouver fan, you're just really happy to get these deals done, so let's not even talk about these guys' next contracts. Quinn Hughes has been an absolute stud for the Vancouver Canucks. He put up 53 points in his first year, his rookie year, in 68 games. Last year he put up 41 points in 56 games. So Quinn Hughes is a defenseman on a Canucks team that has been suspect at times. They haven't always been the strongest group in the world while he's been on there. Still finds a way to put up a great amount of points. What a player he's become for Vancouver. And yes, even though the Vancouver Canucks do have some decent depth up and down their lineup, it still would not have been wise for them to go into the season without having Hughes or Pettersson signed. Those guys are big parts of their team. Pettersson, like I said, pretty much a point-a-game player throughout his career so far. If he keeps on getting better, which I assume he will, he's probably going to get over that in an 82-game season. If he plays all 82 games, I could see him being an 85 to 90 point guy, maybe even this year, who knows. And for Quinn Hughes, I could definitely see him continue to get better as well. These guys, the sky's the limit for them, and they're big parts of the Vancouver Canucks roster. So like I said, it's very good for Vancouver to get this done before the regular season starts. Now these guys can come in and play a couple of preseason games as well to kind of get them primed up for the regular season. As it stands right now, Quinn Hughes is officially the highest paid player on the Vancouver Canucks. Pettersson probably will eventually take up that title in a few years once his deal is done. But right now, like I said, it is Quinn Hughes. And for Hughes, it's pretty well deserved too. I think that it is a fair deal. I would have liked to see maybe an extra year on it though, like I said earlier. But nonetheless, good for Vancouver and good for Quinn Hughes and Elias Pettersson to get their contracts done before the season starts. That means only one big-time RFA is left, and that's Brady Tkachuk, as we all know. And, there is some comparisons of what his salary could be like. For Brady Tkachuk's camp, though, I don't think they can really compare him to these two players. These two guys are bona fide superstars, or at least they're going to be for sure. They're pretty close, if not already there. Pettersson, point-a-game guy in his career. Quinn Hughes puts up more points than Brady Tkachuk as a defenseman, and some people will say, yeah, well, Hughes has played on a better team, but Quinn Hughes does it as a much harder position than Brady Tkachuk does. Because playing defense, especially as a young 21-year-old in this league, is a lot harder than playing the wing. I would say the wing's probably the easiest position in the NHL. So what's Brady Tkachuk worth on a 3-year deal? Definitely not worth anywhere close to what Elias Pettersson's making on a 3-year deal. He's probably worth around maybe $5 million. On an 8-year deal, you definitely don't give him 8 for 8 like a lot of people are saying. I think for Tkachuk, it's got to be more something like $6 million per year for 8, 6.5. I would not go over 7 max with Brady Tkachuk. I just think you don't want to overpay a guy for heart, like I've said many times before. These guys that I mentioned today, Quinn Hughes and Elias Pettersson, they have sheer skill, superstar-like skill. Brady Tkachuk's never really accomplished anywhere close to what these guys have so far to this point in their careers. So there it is, my thoughts on the Hughes and Pettersson contracts, and a touch on a potential Brady Tkachuk contract as well. Please let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. Also, please like and subscribe and share this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.